beautiful ether. I found these Surinam Cherry Seeds. They fell, yeah. I've been out in the yard all day. I missed the stream again, but this is so trashy. What is happening? Oh, they use the sensor counter. I was like, why is... Okay. So I wanted to show two things also. Remember these, well, earlier today when I was streaming, I planted these tomato sprouts and see how they're drooping. I just wanted to show that because this one's already standing back up, but they're drooping now and tomorrow they'll be standing back up. I just wanted to show it in its droop state because sometimes when you pull a sprout out of, the ground, those baby roots are like, ow, what the heck? And then when you put it in the thing, it'll droop, but sometimes they'll come right back. And I believe in them. And I just wanted to show this again. I really have to figure out a way to make like a build your own necklace because I like making custom ones. And this one's not even finished, but dang it, I love it. And not just because. Okay, I'm gonna hang it here. I have to take a picture of it before I go in. Can you see it? Let's see. So it did end up being tropical milkweed also. However, apparently the migratory butterflies don't fly over this zone. And I'm liable to take that advice because the person who told me actually is like a master butterfly gardener. And oh, like that. I was flooded with flashbacks when I lived downtown. He lived right on the corner from me, so every time I walked anywhere, I was able to walk by his butterfly garden, which was gorgeous and full of life. I wanted to show, these are Surinam cherries. They kind of have this, a little bit of like a red bell pepper flavor, like maybe like a pimento, like a jarred pimento. And really good to use for South Florida salsa. But check these seeds out. It's a little brain in there. So I want to plant them. I might as well. Alright, so there's 3 seeds in each Surinam cherry. So I'm gonna just use here's the other one, a seed tree. They have 3 seeds each. That's so satisfying. Very gentle. Very satisfying. I really like these. These are not native. However, it's going to go in the food security garden. Get into a few little sections. One is going to be all natives. One will be the food security, more so as like a demonstration because grow the food security stuff like cassava, chaya, pretty much everywhere. But I do want to try to master gardening with like 0 materials. And there's a section of eco farms that's really inspiring in that aspect where you can literally use anything to grow. And I think the times we're in is just, I don't know, beautiful thing to experiment with. I'm gonna grab a seed tray full of some soil. I already forgot about that. Also, this time I'm just going to put soil in the cells that have seeds. Hello, Spencer. I'm popping on real quick because I found this Surinam cherry and I kind of thought I forgot about it for too long and that it molded, but it didn't. Here, let me try to zoom in. I got the freezer. So, look at that. I'm going to bust it in half because that's 2 separate seeds. Look at that. Surinam cherry. I call them Florida cherries They're not native. They're native to Brazil, and I believe they were cultivated here or brought here in the early 1900s. I can't exactly, I want to say 30s or 50s. And I'm gonna need one more cell. I should grab the just fertilized some of the other trees, the larger trees that need it, and using fish emulsion, nothing synthetic or chemical. And in one of the rain barrels, there's still fish. There's gambuser fish, so some fry must have ended up, or I'm not sure. Really, really adorable though. I thought they were tadpoles at first, and then I put them, I could grab it. Little gambusia fish. Gambusia are also known as mosquito fish, and they actually eat mosquito larvae, which is a huge issue here in Florida. Mosquitoes. It's our state bird. Instead of pouring water into the seed tray, I just put water in this, and then I'll soak it all up, and then I won't displace the seeds. Ooh, okay. Oh no! Cool! Let's try to get it. Oop, shoot. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. What is that? One of those... Hello. There we go. This is very... I tried. Pretty neat though. There's always someone in the sky. I really want to find out where they blast off from, because that would be really cool. At Skywalker, gliders are so cool. Indeed. Sago palms, that's on my list, and Pindo palms. Pindo palms, I've always wanted to try it. I've never been to a market where they were selling the jam, but the fruits, you could boil them into a jam. And they're big, orangey yellow fruits. And it's literally called jelly palm or jam jelly palm, I think. And I guess the fruits aren't too good just by themselves. My hair is bomb. That is so cool. I really, really want to try one of those motors. I feel like that would be a lot. I don't have too much interest in driving right now. So I've been looking at Surrons. Surrons are electric e-bikes. I mean electric dirt bikes, and they seem to get really far. And there's even like now more legal looking versions, because they do look like dirt bikes. But out here, I don't think anybody would bat an eye. And they're quiet. They're really quiet. I don't know. But let me look at these measures real quick. Well, that took 2 seconds. I thought that was going to take longer. I guess these are a little. Didn't have to fill pots. This is very sparsely fruited, but it's the first year it's ever fruited, so I don't expect much. I'm really trying to focus on getting more varieties of mulberries. Any variety. There was a dwarf mulberry at the nursery, but looking it up, it stopped at zone 10. I think it was a zone 9 plant, which it's due by now, but I don't know if it will in the long run, which I guess maybe it was worth it. I think it was like $30, so I try not to splurge on plants like that, because there are so many other plants that are very affordable, and rather like, 4 plants. Gosh, 30 plants. The plants I usually get are $5 a piece. That's, yeah, 6 plants. And mulberries, it's just such a fun one, because you could get that on eBay all day for very affordable. And I kid you not, like that giant mulberry is huge. And not all of them grow big like that. Some just stay scraggly little trees, and it is just a branch. A lot of stuff goes from branch, and that's the stuff that I'm really after, because it's so easy to propagate it. So if you get one plant, and instead of just having it growing in one area, you could have it growing everywhere. And like this, elderberry is starting to show signs of roots. Elderberry syrup, elderflower, really, really nice to have. It did take a few years to flower, but once you plant it and forget about it. And this I probably could have cut into more cuttings, but look, it's still just growing away. Elderberry. So I'm looking for some seeds now, and I think I'm gonna try to just live stream it, or do the KYNTO stream. I really want to start doing streams through there, because then other people you could just join the KYNTO room and talk on it, and share mic, video, just text, links, and I don't know if it's the next update that'll allow you to go into the stream room immediately. Snap was always on, so you could always ask him. He's the sole programmer, so he's really the person to ask anyway. But it's brilliant. I was using it for a curiosity stream, but anybody could use it to show like the backdrop. It's like a ADD friendly, nostalgia trippy Zoom / every other social media. It's really confusing to describe, because it is Snap's passion project, and it is something he's coding from scratch, so it moves it's alive, and like evidently so. So what's it called? KYNTO, KYNTO. I wish I could type it, but it does not let me type it. And it's I used to call it, or it used to be like a avatar chat, and you could build your own room, and you could still do all that, but it's quickly turning into a streaming platform. And soon enough, you're going to be even able to mix the audio, so you could jam through it, and which was really exciting. And pretty much any feature that could be used to communicate or connect people, and like even if it's a clusterfuck, that it's brilliant for that. And because then you don't have to talk one certain way. Like if you want to share mic, you can, or you could just type, and could have movies playing, just all kinds of stuff. And it's so limitless, and it's really like, I know what I'll be using it for, but I feel like it's one of those things that everyone's going to be using differently. And some people might even go on just to build a room, like to get some nostalgia in. I always like those games where you could place objects and stuff like that. I was really into Kawaii Pet Megu, and rest in peace. That was one of the first true heartbreaks. I mean, I was like in my 20s, I think, so I don't know if that was my first true heart. But Kawaii Pet Megu was a app, and it was kind of like Tamagotchi, but just the art was really just lovely. And yeah, I don't play mini games, but when I do, I enjoy it, and then it disappears. But KYNTO is here forever, and it's just constantly changing. And tonight I might try to get back into pixel art. I haven't made a lot of pixel art recently, and really it's just kind of something I was trying to learn during the winter, because it was too cold to work outside, and haven't picked up on it. But any pixel art that I made has gone into KYNTO, and anything. I'll try to make anything. I can never figure out what to try to make in KYNTO, but like I'll try to make anything. Like I made Roseanne's couch, the couch from Roseanne. It was a my mom was like, you should make that couch. I tried to make that couch. I think it's in there. And it's just so limitless. And but you'll be able to see it. Later, I'm going to use it to browse seeds, to try to get myself to sit at the desk for longer than 5 minutes, because my seed list is astronomical, but it's all really interesting stuff. And I've dug through so many websites to try to narrow down the easiest plants that will thrive and want to thrive from seed, that require minimal care, because really trying to plant as much up as possible without irrigation. And thankfully, a lot of these plants are really tough plants, and especially the tropicals. And there's no salt out here, so that's one thing I gotta keep in mind. But slowly finding more and more like just websites. Like there's the University of Florida, I believe, the Atlas of Plants, that shows you exactly like if a plant has been vouchered in your area. Stachys floridana, Florida Betony is not in this area, apparently. Still determined. But it has not been vouchered, which someone told me they cleared a yard, or they clear it out of their yard every day. And I still don't believe it. Kale is fun. It is fun. And Roseanne, yeah, it's a nostalgic show. And whenever, like, I guess it does take like the removal of time to be like, wow, that was pretty dang next level, because the sitcoms were way too cheesy for me as a kid. I thought it was like a fever dream, and it really just genuinely creeps me out. But Roseanne was the only one that was like, you know, chill. It was casual. It was like actually, you know, an semblance of reality. And but oh, that's one thing I don't miss, is a laugh track. Jesus, they overdid the laugh track on a lot of shows, even the shows today. And haunted by the laugh track, for real. Sitcoms are weird. It's the laugh track, exactly. Like, God. And yeah, the laugh track is, gosh, that would be a funny episode of something where like you could have a laugh track in your day. I mean, I know there's things like that where a person will wake up and all of a sudden their life's being narrated and they're like, what the heck is happening? I don't know anything specific, but it would be pretty funny with the laugh track. I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure that exists already. Surprised the mosquitoes hasn't found me yet. I'm waiting to turn these lights on. Oh, I found this other one. This is, I don't know what it's called. I really need to remember I do this stuff before. But the leaves, this one is, has not been cared for the best. And so the leaves are nice and variegated and pink. Very interesting. But when it is watered and like not in full sun, it's really dark green and larger leaves. I have one here. I'm gonna propagate it because it's just so easy. And it is such an interesting plant. I really like how it grows. And when it's at the end, like of on a pot and it's swooping down, but you can see the leaves are much bigger, not variegated, and then some are a little splotchy. Dayflower, wretched plant. I love all plants except that one. I'm just kidding, but it does. It covers everything, isn't it? I think this is called Christmas cactus, but isn't it neat? Looks like something that would grow under the sea, but those are both super easy to propagate, ornamental, or container plants, which I'm going to keep them as. I have a lot of decorative little pots, and I'm going to be mixing some cement, trying to get myself going on these little projects that I have to do. So perfect streams, if you will. But I have to mix some cement, because I'm going to be dipping broken wine glasses, teacups, anything with a shatter in it to make some just decorative pots to sell some of these in locally. Do I use? Yes, so only on the large trees get fish emulsion every now and then, and it's pricey, but dilute it with water. And it's really just the large trees. Everything else doesn't need anything. They do get mulch, and pretty soon a lot more green manure. And they do get banana leaves. Got bananas going everywhere. And for instant shade, look how tall this papaya got. I know it's gonna fall eventually, but all this really good. I'm trying to find more chop and drop and yeah. If there's a, let me think. I don't know, but I thought I had the seeds on me. Shoot, I forgot what it was. The mosquitoes are starting to come out. Oh yeah, not a single grain of spent coffee goes to waste. Everything I usually put, and I put everything. I'll put bones, all of it. Some people don't. I don't put it directly on pots or plants. It stays in the compost bin for God knows how long until I finally get around to it. And bonus points is for wind chimes, because sometimes I found a really big hunk of spinal cord on the side of the road, and it was already cleared from vultures, so I brought it back, and the compost bin is clearing part of it. The rest is in a Ziploc. But it's gonna be an interesting wind chime out in the boonies, so and life is a little different than on the coast, but welcome it. I really like the lifestyle out here, and a little intense with the mosquitoes. It's definitely hard to keep up, but and the nature is so wild. I'm reading this book by, well, it's not a book, it's a collection of short stories by, I forgot her name. Dewey Decimal System, no. Her name is Dewey something. She's one of Florida's first pioneer authors, female pioneer authors. But the reason I'm reading her is she has one called From Pine Woods to Palm Groves, I think. And it's just really nice being able to see someone moving out to the Florida wilderness and their response. And like West Palm Beach, there's the museum that actually shows like how the early Floridians lived. And everyone had a palm frond by their front door to whack all the mosquitoes off. Coffee is high in nitrogen. I know this is, and this grows really easy. I don't know what zone you're in. I know this is zone 10. This is a pigeon pea. And there's still some pods on it. You can hear it. And this is a nitrogen fixer, and it's a short living, so you don't have to worry about it for too long. And it gets a little bigger than this when it's happier, and but it only lives 3 to 5 years. I really like that about it, because then before you know it, that spot is empty and available real estate for something else. And then the soil's a little better because it's all shell rock here. That's the leftovers of the fire pit, but it's all shell rock. Like you could see here. It's so intense. And it's so intense to dig through. Like, really intense. And every now and then, like, there'll be, like, pockets of strange loam. You can... So fertile. And the wind gets pretty intense out here. More intense than you would think because it's so far from the coast. And the winds across it's just grasslands. Miles and miles of grasslands. and shallow water, like shallow water grasslands. Why can't I think of the name right now? There's an actual title for it. Swamps, but it's not. It's like a sea of grass. Kind of like how the ancient Egyptians described heaven as a field of reeds, but grasses and other things. But really beautiful. It's like an air conditioning, but sometimes the wind is so powerful that, like, I'm surprised half the stuff doesn't break. Because, I mean, this is why I warn against Chaya, though, especially in Florida where the rain is so odd. The roots just don't have any, and it fell over and it still looks really nice. But I can't imagine if that was next to someone's shed or if that was next to someone's house. And really good for containers, and they don't mind one bit. Same thing with frangipani, but I've never seen frangipani fall like that. And I would say it's an isolated incident, but it's not. That's the third one that fell like that. All of them fell. And, but they're planted next to nothing, so it's not the worst. And they they attract so many butterflies, and it's the ones with the long but kind of short, yellow and black, really beautiful butterflies. And, shoot. Thank you! I had to change, I'm running out of work clothes. I had to change today because I thought a coconut was empty, and I still keep getting whiffs of it. And I'm usually not very, like, bothered by smells because, like, there's a lot of farms and stuff. I had a pig for 5 years, and, like, there's a rusky bulldog here now. Oh my god, he stinks, but he's so cute. He does smell though. But ooh, here's something back. Something flying around my face. But the coconut was absolutely rotten. It was absolutely rotten. It got everywhere. It still smells. As soon as I hear something big, it's sleeves go back up. It's intense out here, I tell you what. But there's no shortage of, I mean, every day I see something new, whether it be a new plant or a new species. And Snapper got an insane bit of footage of a blue, a blue something, dragonfly, but it's a blue something. Trying to ID everything, because it makes just what one could consider mundane life or everyday life that much more compelling and interesting and fulfilling. Because there are hundreds of thousands of species around us at any given moment, and they're all doing something, and it's all connected. And I mean, like, I don't know. I think that's why I don't feel the sensation of boredom. At least not as much as I feel like a lot of people do. Oh, those are done? No, not yet. I'm waiting so patiently for this. Finally got a sweet potato. This one is from Caribbean Produce. So I'm hoping that this will sprout, unlike the ones at Publix. You know, I'm not exactly 100% Publix sweet potatoes are now useless, but none of them will sprout. And I owe allegiance to no one. Publix, do better. But yeah, I really want a sweet potato vine. I've been craving it. And I have some seeds for greens, but it's much too late to plant anything. Sweet potato vine will just grow and grow and grow. And I could put it in the fish tank. Oh, I got it on stream. I got the whole rotten juice fiasco on stream. I even got, I think, Lucy rolling in it. Lucy is our elderly dog, Sapo's elderly dog. And she's very sweet, but she also loves the heck out of anything rotten smelling. And she's very old, so when she was running through and she stopped immediately, I was like, oh my god, what's happening? And no, she just smelled rotten coconut and was like seizing with excitement, and she just instantly rolled in it. But I still can't believe how bad that smelled, because I'm trying to get coconut coir, and Lucy's usually the one that rips it up for me now that I know her. Before I just used old tools to rip up the coconut stuff, because if you know anybody that sells coconut water or like sees a stand for it, ask for the coconut coir for indoor plants or potted plants. It doesn't mold, and it holds so much water, and it's free in a lot of cases, and it holds so much water in a my number one problem with potted plants is them drying out. Like these, I don't really have anywhere better to hoard them for now, so they dry out every morning. I have to really remember to water, because there's a lot of sand in the soil here, and if you don't remember to water, is that a rock? Cool. Wow, that's a big old rock. Erosion, huh? Never seen that before. Oh, I see movement. Maybe part of it was broken. Interesting. I don't have any of my tools up here. Oh, there are a few rocks that I'm trying to get because of the size of them. I can't move them, but I need to. Huge rocks, free, and just have to figure out a way to move them. Because it's amazing what they'll do to an area. Just getting a massive rock and putting it there is gorgeous. That's why they're so expensive at nurseries. Go to any nursery, you'll see a pile of very expensive rocks, and it's just decorative rocks. For rock gardens, anything, and they're really do something cool. Got a few big ones, haven't placed them yet, but just find them wherever. And then welcome back like a psychopath. Never know what you're gonna find. There's a lot of new homes going in, and all the rocks they just get left on the side of the road, and big piles of shell rock. Really fun to climb though, and really fun because you can find these shells that look like cowries, but I'm not sure what they are. I don't find them at the beach. You really gotta try the rope and grab it. Yes, rope and, let me just oops. Oh, my phone's dead. Oh, my phone's dead. Ha. Jesus. It's very spontaneous. But I do want to say that I am going to try to do another stream through the KYNTO thing. I don't know what it's going to be about. I'll probably just poke around on the internet. However, if you see it, please do feel free to think about how it fits into your life, because this is a tool for everyone. This isn't just a tool Snappo is coding for me to use or for him to use. It's a tool for everyone, and everyone's going to be able to use it. And I find it to be a valuable tool. Anything that connects people and gives you the ability to share anything, I feel, is a valuable tool right now, because the only place that humans are connected right now is on the internet, because we could filter each other out, because everyone on the streets is losing their dang minds, in my opinion, currently. Temporarily, I feel like, the world's gonna get back to world-like behavior soon, because this is I don't even bother with the news anymore. I just assume something horrible happens, and then, force myself through the day, I guess. And, yeah. But, too sad. I mean, good luck holding my attention span anyway. But, happy trails. I'm gonna prep for this stream, because this is really exciting to me, and the mosquitoes are gonna come for me anyways. But, yeah, it's, I don't know what really is, I think the number one thing is, like connection. And it doesn't even feel cynical to say that anymore, because seeing how whatever power Epi is succeeding and tearing everybody apart by the threads. I've always been a hermit. I've always been pretty kept to myself. You know, I never really found many like minds anyway. So rather than like, I don't know, I spent a lot of time inward and internalized and deep within many delusions, probably, honestly, but I don't see it that way. But it's just gotten to such a state that, I don't know, like, nature should not be something that we remove ourselves from, and I think that's, like, one of the trends that's really, like, irking me, like, hearing people say how much they hate being outside and being, just, I get that, but, like, need fresh air and stuff like that. It's just weird seeing it demonized, but I get it at the same time. Anyway, I'm gonna start rambling because I said I was gonna eat earlier, but I totally forgot because I just stayed out here. I had some chicken, but and we are nature, exactly, like exactly, and it's very, very just disheartening to see on such a scale, but that's why I'm fully believing all we gotta do is like be ourselves, continue being ourselves, continue being our own happiness and sharing that with others, as well as connecting with the earth. And God, I used to be so cynical, and I don't know. That's how I know like something's happening in the world. If I'm like, we just gotta connect with the earth, man. Like I'm already like that type of person, but I never like overtly say like you just gotta connect with the earth, man. I don't know. I'm just always in my own little world, so I guess I never really overtly say anything until I started streaming. But and this has really helped a lot, honestly. Oh no, you're not. Sometimes my rambling carries on to like the southern goodbye, if you will, which I say like saying bye to someone with any amount of southern in their blood is the goodbye is longer than the call itself. But yeah, I'll be um I'll be trying to formulate like better how to describe KYNTO, but feel free to check it out because also I'm coming from the world of plants and crafts, and Snappo is a full-on programmer, and I don't always know how to describe it, and I feel like sometimes I confuse things, and I make it confusing to hear, even though like if you see it, you'd be like, oh, it's just that or something. I don't know. But feel free to check it out, and any feedback is good feedback, and it's KYNTO, and yeah, I'm going to be on the stream, and then feel free to think about how you could use it, or anybody you know could use it. Like in the future, I even think teachers would be able to use it, like KYNTO kids, but that is for like 50 years from now, I'm sure. We just really need a place to, discuss. And also, I don't know if it's ready yet or if it's the next update. People could, sometimes I forget to read comments, I get a little sidetracked, but it'll read comments out just like super chats, but free, obviously. And it's just, yeah, it reads it out. AI voice or robot voice, but it reads it out. Pretty soon you'll be able to choose your own voice. And or just like maybe like walkie-talkie. But yeah, thank you, Jarrell, for stopping by, and I'll always be here, so feel free to never hesitate. And happy trails, and love y'all. Have a perfect day, and all that good stuff. These mosquitoes, they found me. Happy trails.